Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. No matter how many people complain, I'm going to always do my intro, and it will take the time that it takes. But we'll get to that. Folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work, I found some shit to review for you. And that's definitely the case today. I've been sort of on a little bit of a celebratory run these past few days. For a better part of 2 weeks, I was under the weather, and not only could I not really taste stuff to any significant degree, unless it was like really spicy or something, I couldn't do any reviews. And I actually tried to review this product maybe like a little less than a week ago, something like that, because at the time I thought maybe I'd recovered enough, but I hadn't. And so I had to scrap the review because, like, 2 sips in, I was like, this isn't going to work. But I was like, I know I want to get back to it because, it seems interesting. It seems like something I would review. But what is it, folks? Where is it from? Well, it happens to be, let me get the sticker off the thing. I hate the damn stickers they put on here. Happens to be, boom, from Dunkin. Ooh, Dunkin. But what is this? This is their cereal and milk latte. Now, right off the bat, I have to give these folks a little extra credit this time around. The last time that I went over there to order it, they didn't ask me if I wanted it hot or cold. They just gave it to me cold, which is fine. I'll do either way. But this time around, they specifically asked. And I was like, you know what? I'd actually like it hot today. It's, nice cool day out. I've reviewed plenty of stuff from Dunkin' Donuts. So much I have an entire playlist for just Dunkin' Donuts related reviews. So if you want, you can check those out. Let's try out this one. Let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like, ah! That was a terrible laugh, but my throat kind of got caught for a second. Let's give it a go. Okay. I kind of see what they're going for here. See, the last time that I tried to review this, all I could get was like general coffee taste. That was it, because that's how screwed up my taste buds still were. Now I can actually kind of I can get a little bit of the nuance. So, yeah, okay. I mean, for one thing, calling it cereal and milk is kind of a crapshoot anyway, because there's lots of cereal, and lots of them impart their own flavor to milk. So, you could do Captain Crunch, that's of course an iconic one. You could do like your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There's a lot of areas you could go with that. But I kind of get what they're going for. More of a general kind of cereal and milk flavor. Yeah, it's nice. I wouldn't. It's not exactly throwing me for a loop. So, like, when it comes to coffee related stuff, like, I'm not a big, like, straight coffee person. I like when you cram enough crap in there that it barely tastes like coffee. I'm that guy. But as I've gone over there and done these reviews, I've certainly taken on a greater sort of sensibility for some of these more creative coffee drinks. And there's a place that I review occasionally called Brew Point Cafe, or maybe it's just Brew Point. I don't remember. Just if you're interested, look up Brandon Sampler Platter Brew Point. But they're like a really great local kind of small chain in Illinois, and they have like some of the best stuff. Like, and they've really taught me to appreciate, some of these flavors that can be infused into coffee. Go watch those reviews, by the way. It's a great spot, and they deserve more views. Not even just for me, just for brew points. Good, they're good eggs. When it comes to like Dunkin' for me, I think they're very hit or miss when it comes to like their more sort of creative coffees that they can put together. Some of them I think manage to be, surprisingly impressive, but more often than not, I find them to be kind of meh. And that's more or less where this one falls. Like, I get what they're going for with it, but I don't think it's really executed to the extent where it really shines through the way that it could. Whereas, again, if you were to go over there, hand it over to a more, sort of artisanal, maybe a local brewery type of place, I think they'd be able to get those flavors out and make them more distinct. This is still decent tasting, coffee. I get the cereal and milk thing a little bit, but if you didn't tell me, I don't know that that's where my brain would go. I would just think that it's, a nice, coffee, latte, whatever you want to call it, with some sugar and maybe some, flavored creamer. But I don't know that I'm really going to get like a ton of the milk and cereal aspect of it. Like, I kind of get it a little bit. Maybe there's like almost a little bit of a cinnamony vibe. A little bit. Yeah, there's something to it. It's not nothing, but it's nowhere near as pronounced as I personally would like it to be. Yeah, it's got a little creaminess to it. It drinks nice, I'll say that. Like, it's not like overly thick or overly sweet. Yeah, it's very okay. It's not bad. It's fine. I like the idea. I don't feel like the execution comes through quite the way that I would personally hope. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe and kinda. Like, I do like it for what it is. It's just that what it is isn't very impressive compared to kind of what I had in my head. There's some decent flavors there. It's not like overly bitter or anything like that. You do still get a little bit of that. You certainly do still get some of that latte flavor. But again, it's got that creaminess, a little bit of sweetness to it. For me, I had something in my head for kind of, what I thought this was going to taste like. And while there is some of that there, it's just so relatively muted versus what I feel like, again, it could possibly be. It's, but I don't mind it for what it is. And, again, the flavor is at least kind of there. So it's not going to get a resounding recommendation, but like, it's fine. I've had worse things from Dunkin', but I have had way better, too. That's why if I'm recommending it, kind of. It's, I'm sure it's a limited time item. I don't know if it's really worth wasting your money on, though. I think this is one of those things where realistically, if you already go to Dunkin' for coffee anyway, you probably already have like a favorite drink or something like that they have on offer. I don't know if it's worth shifting that one out for this one. But at the same time, if you want to give it a go, it's not a bad thing. It's just not terribly impressive, So that's kind of where I fall with it. Like, it's not bad. It's got some nice aspects to it. And again, overall, it's a nice tasting drink. It's just, again, just not that impressive. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly Captain Crunch-tastic rest of your life. Because, Captain Crunch is great. It tears up the roof of your mouth, but fuck, man, it's good times. But Crunch Berries, come on now. Still remember when Crunch Berries came out, man, that broke, back before you could break the internet, because the internet wasn't really like a widespread thing yet, that shit broke playgrounds all over America. All we were talking about as kids was the fucking Crunch Berries. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes. Folks, when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. To any and all who might go over there and be a bit frumpy about my intro and outro that I do for my show here, feel free to comment about it. Any interaction with the channel is good interaction. So I will politely go over there and, rebuke your statement. That's how I do that. But at the end of the day, folks, it's my channel. I'm going to do things the way that I want to do it. And we're going to have some fun with it.